Hello friends, I want to show you how to fix this Mercury 2000 Sable, how I fixed it. AC on it was not working, and it's my son's car. He's going to college and took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic told him that the AC compressor is frozen. So, well, I wanted to test it myself. There are some YouTube videos that show you how you can check the coolant and see if it needs refrigerant, because my understanding is if it's low in refrigerant, then the compressor will not work to protect the compressor. So what you do, you can check it at the low pressure over here with the pressure gauge that you get with these refrigerant cans. You can also look at the disconnect the sensor over here. It's a pressure sensor on the recovery tank over here. So you pull the sensor out. You pull the connector off the sensor, and with an ohmmeter or multivolt meter set to measure continuity, you can check across there, and if you get continuity, that means you do have refrigerant in here, so the problem is not there. The AC compressor, which is way down here in the Sable in a very inconvenient place, and it's probably because it being at the bottom there is a source of failure as well. So the compressor actually has a clutch, right here, and there's the pulley. The pulley spins until you need to turn the AC on, and when you turn the AC on, there's an electromagnet that pushes the clutch in to engage the pulley, and that engages basically the compressor's axis with the pulley, so it begins to spin and the compressor starts doing its job. Now, you know that the compressor is not, or you know that there might be a problem with the clutch when you look at it and the AC is on. The face of this here, which is a compressor, is not spinning. I wouldn't stick this crowbar when the engine is running. Don't do that. Alright, so basically what you want to check for is, I don't know where these would be located on your car model, but on this Sable, Mercury Sable 2000, there's a relay for the clutch relay. You can check your car's manual, it'll tell you which one it is. On this one I looked, so there's the relay for the clutch. It's number 33 on here. You can hardly see that. It's there, 33. That's this here. And number 22, which if I look here, 22 is this. This is the fuse for it. So you check the fuse. If it looks, you pull the fuse out and check it. You could check it, test it for continuity, test the fuse itself. If it checks okay, then it's not the fuse. You pull the relay out. This is what it looks like. So usually, if we can focus on this, on the relay, it's not focusing very well, but on the relay, the let's see, my video is not focusing here, but on a relay, these widest two blades that you see are usually, one is connected to the 12 volt over here on the battery, the positive, and the other one is connected to the other end of the electromagnet that's inside the clutch. the other end of the electromagnet goes back to the negative or the ground on the battery. But what you want to do is you want to take a paper clip like this here. Be careful. Make sure it's spaced to where it's as wide as the gap between those two terminal pins that we pointed out, or terminals. Then get you a pair of pliers or wear some thick gloves, and what you want to do is you want to take that paper clip basically and insert it where these two wide blades over here, like that. So you want to insert it between these two, like that. You stick it in, but use the pliers or wear some heavy, thick leather gloves because this could get hot, the paper clip. You'll see some sparks. Now, you should hear a clicking noise, and that's before you turn the car on even. You should hear a clicking noise. If you don't hear a clicking noise, leave the paper clip in there. Take the crowbar, like this one here, and make sure the engine is not running when you do this, and stick it to the face of the compressor's pulley and see if it's magnetized. If it grabs it, then it's magnetized. So then what that means, it might mean for you, which was the case in here, is that the plate, I don't know what to call it, the plate, the clutch, or the clutch on this pulley here, it's just it's not free enough to engage the pulley. So here's what I did, is I took some WD-40 right there and put it on here. You see a gap on that plate that we were pointing to. Let's see if I can show you that in here. Okay, so you start spraying WD-40 between the pulley and the plate and the face plate. Okay, can't see that. So you want to spray it. Let's see if we can show it here. Yeah, it's a better view here. You can show it. You can spray it right here in between the pulley, and the I'd call it the clutch faceplate, or the faceplate of the compressor over here. All right. Make sure you don't get it on the belt, on this belt here. If you do, wipe it off before you turn the engine on. Then you want to get that pry bar over here and just wedge it in there like this and spin the compressor, spin it in one direction like that. So if your compressor spins, then it's not seized. And then spray some more. And keep doing that. You'll get to a spot where the compressor will spin easy. I'm guessing this is a compression cycle right here, compression position. Now it moved. See, now it's moving real easy after that. So you keep spraying, make sure you get it sprayed really good all the way around. And then at the same time, you want to take this crowbar here, wedge it in here like that, and push the plate in like this. Help it to go in. So I wedge it in like this here, and push it in like that. Work it, keep working it, turn it, spray, and press it in. You keep doing that till you go all the way around. I think I did all the way, worked all the way around it about 3 or 4 times. Wipe the belt clean, and then of course make sure before you start doing all of that that you remove the paper clip from here. Okay, and then what you want to do, you can then put the paper clip in here and you can hear it click. Now, see, you hear that click? So that's the clutch engaging. It didn't do that before. Now it's doing it. It's real distinct. And when you start the air conditioner, your air conditioner should work. And this is a pretty easy fix. It took me about 5 minutes to do this. Went around about 4 or 5 times doing this. Actually recording the video took longer. But there are plenty. I didn't see any videos on using this method, trying this method to repair the air conditioner. Of course, there are other methods, other videos on YouTube. Please check those before you attempt this. Make sure you have there are videos that show you how to troubleshoot it, to make sure you have enough Freon in there, that's not the issue. So before you start doing this, make sure you have enough, I'm sorry I said Freon, enough refrigerant in the system. All right. Now, of course, you also try overriding this relay with this method over here. Be very careful because there's electricity flowing through this, and it could get hot. The clip could get really hot when you touch it, when you grab it. So make sure you either grab it with pliers or wearing heavy gloves. Also, I wanted to make very certain that only the clip touches only these 2 sockets over here and none of these other ones. You could fry your car that way if you do it that way. Okay, so you got to be very careful. Hope this works for you, and thank you for watching.